I just came from the German language course and I told myself, why not do a video on media censorship? Intro. So everybody is speaking about InfoWars and Alex Jones and how Facebook, Apple, YouTube, Spotify and other platforms disabled and deleted the accounts of Alex Jones and InfoWars. First of all, I'm in no way a fan of Alex Jones or InfoWars. I'm like very far away from the arguments and the ideas that Alex Jones and his team publish on their platforms. I sometimes listen to Joseph Watson on some of his reports, but other than that, I'm no fan of InfoWars and I'm no fan of his arguments, and I'm no fan of what they're trying to do by fear-mongering and exaggeration and a lot of reports that even any sane person can understand the technique that they use, and it's not my style. So let's leave this aside. Alex Jones accounts are deleted. Now we are seeing a lot of developments on social media, and especially in regards to the activists, the creators, the political activists, the analysts, people trying to deliver a different kind of a message on the social media. It's obvious that when the social media platforms were created, these platforms served the government or the status quo and the narratives of the, or let's say the mainstream narrative. However, this has developed after a couple of years, and we have seen how Donald Trump used these platforms to jump over the mainstream media to reach his voice to his audiences or to the American people, and he succeeded in this. And InfoWars, by the way, played an essential role also in the election of Donald Trump. So now we know why all this buzz and all this controversy that is surrounding around InfoWars and other platforms. But the purge that these platforms, the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even YouTube launched on many other platforms, including myself. For example, since 3 months, my platform, I'm not allowed to do live streaming on Syrianna Anaylisis. YouTube accused me of posting a video which includes hate speech. So when they accuse Alex Jones of hate speech, he might have done that. I'm not sure because I don't watch that, but I also take the accusations of YouTube and other platforms with a grain of salt, because the last time when YouTube disabled my live streaming, they said that I used hate speech, and the video that they say includes hate speech was about the Israeli killings and assassination of Palestinians in Gaza. So it's obvious that you are not allowed to cross the line. They say there is a fine line between free speech and hate speech. We know that. I know that fine line very well. But you're not allowed to criticize the occupation of Palestine. You're not allowed to criticize the mainstream narrative in regards to Gaza Strip and in Palestine in general. So they just disable your features. You are not allowed to do live streamings. We demonetize your platform so that you give up and say, just leave it. I'm no more able to continue, because they demonetize your videos, they disable your live streamings, and what's next? Maybe for the second and the third time they close your channel. So this experience is going to repeat with many other people, and obviously especially Facebook and YouTube are trying to limit the freedom of speech in these platforms to block the voices, because the governments behind these media, alternative media platforms, and also the corporations that who pays for these platforms are protesting, because advertisements are being played, for example, on videos. Let's say in Syrianna Anaylisis, where Syrianna Anaylisis criticizes the policies of the United States or the CIA, the deep state in the United States, or the European Union policies, and etc. So if these platforms are serious and they want to remove fake news from their platforms, they should start from the mainstream media. I mean, since 1991, these platforms, this lies goes much beyond that. But for example, in 1991, these mainstream media outlets were promoting these baby incubators in Kuwait, and Saddam Hussein is killing the babies. They then lied on the second Iraqi war in 2013, weapons of mass destruction. Nothing is there. Fake news, conspiracy theories by the mainstream media. In 2001, they invaded Libya on fake and false news, saying that Gaddafi is killing the protesters and he's using black mercenaries. Even Amnesty International was part in this propaganda, and they occupied Libya, destroyed it, and now it's a mayhem there. There are many terrorist organizations. They lied to you on Syria. They say the dictator is killing his own people and all this stuff, and then they exported all these terrorists to Syria and created all this destruction in my country. And let's remember that all these mainstream media outlets were part of this. So why these platforms are not disabling these accounts? Let's say the CNN. Until recently, I mean, Arwa Damon was in Idlib and she was sniffing a backpack of a kid and saying, oh, there is a chemical weapon. Chemical weapon has been used in Douma. Do you remember that? And what happened? The OPCW said there was no chemical weapons used in Douma. So these platforms are allowed to say to report fake news, to destroy our countries, to destroy our future, to destroy our lives, to destroy our health and wellness and prosperity and everything. It's allowed for these platforms because they are part of the establishment. We are not part of the establishment. In Syrianna Anaylisis, we are reporting what we think is best serves the interests of the majority of the Syrians. We're not going to lie to you and say, oh, we represent all Syrians. That's a lie. Not all Syrians support the Syrian government, and not all Syrians want peace and stability to be restored to Syria. Some of them support the terrorist organizations. I don't represent that people. I represent first myself, and I'm trying to deliver to you what I believe serves the best interests of Syria. So who is coming next? I mean, I really don't care about Alex Jones because I don't watch him, but as a principle, if they started to delete accounts that have millions of followers, others will be next, because any opposition to these establishments and their will and determination to use these platforms to further advance their interests, military interests, economic interests, and business interests, you will be banned and deleted from these platforms. Only a few days ago, Facebook deleted Syrianna Anaylisis and my personal account and Syrianna Anaylisis account on Facebook without giving me any reason. They say you violated the terms and the conditions of Facebook. What are these terms and conditions of Facebook? Please specify which post I did on Facebook which violates these terms and conditions, and please explain to me what is the content that violated these terms and conditions. Please give us some explanation. I'm sure that they don't have this explanation. And a friend of mine who works in Facebook, and he knows a lot of people who work in Facebook. It's here in Germany, and they follow these reports and see the content of the posts, if they violate or not. And he told me, look, Kivor, there are a lot of employees in Facebook, and these people are, believe me, they are from the anti-Syria camp, and at many times they just delete accounts or ban you for 30 days because they don't like your opinion, even though you didn't violate the community standards of Facebook or on YouTube. So what's going on here? And then I contacted Facebook. A friend of mine, she contacted Facebook. She knows a friend. I'm not mentioning her name just to protect her. She contacted a senior Facebook employee, and that person looked to my pages and she realized that I didn't violate the terms and the conditions, and she restored that. But just imagine that a person can delete all your work, all the work that I was doing in the last year and 7-8 months. They can just delete it in by one click. So what's next? I could be next. Syrianna Analysis could be next. Other platforms could be next. And this is coming. I'm sure it's coming. And as long as we are growing and our voices are becoming stronger, they will try to silence us. So as an alternative solution, guys, I'm posting some links in the description so that you can find some alternative platforms. The Corbett Report, you can go to his YouTube channel and see some of the platforms that he explained to us. But I also created some accounts, for example, on Steemit. Guys, create account on Steemit. It's very important. It's a decentralized platform, and they don't delete videos. They give you freedom of speech there. Go to BitChute. There are many other alternatives. I'm posting them in the description below. Go and check them. Just log in. It's easy to log in and create some accounts, and also follow Syrianna Analysis on these platforms. It's not necessary to follow on YouTube. We can spread into other platforms just in case that one day YouTube might delete our account because we violated the terms and the conditions. Now in 2 weeks I will restore the feature of the tool of doing live interviews, so I will come back in doing some live interviews, and I hope YouTube restores my monetization. They also disabled my monetization since January 2018, so I don't get any penny from YouTube for doing all these videos and all the work that I do on Syrianna Analysis. So guys, if you want to check these platforms, you can see them in the description below. And also, if you want to support Syrianna Analysis financially, you can find also the details in the description, whether through PayPal or through Patreon.com. It's very easy, guys. $2 per month on Patreon.com. It could give me a lot of help. As I mentioned, look, I'm dealing with you as a friend because we are all here friends, and my platform is not like as someone speaking to unknown people. We are interacting and we are making friendships, and I even met some of you because you are my followers, and I met some of you in Germany. So you know the situation, my situation and the entire situation. I'm moving soon to Berlin. I will work part-time job, and I will do part-time job as Syrianna Analysis. So any help, financial help by you guys will help me a lot on Patreon.com and through PayPal. So this was all for today. I just wanted to do an outdoor video. I'm here on the Neckar River. It is close to Stuttgart, so the weather is good. In the last few days it was very hot. I thought that I'm gonna die from this weather, although I come from Syria and the weather is very hot there, but still I feel that it's hotter here, warmer here, and there are no ACs in Germany. You know, in our countries we have all these ACs, and they say it's Klimaanlage here in Germany, but we don't have it here. So the weather was good. We did the video outdoor. I hope you liked it, and see you next time.